Welcome back. Now over to Katie Boyven with your 5-day weather forecast.
Snap is back as we end off January. Today we'll see flurries and high winds gusting into the evening, a high of -4 degrees. Flurries will continue throughout the day Friday, with the sun peeking out for a high of -6. Sun and clouds are expected for the start of the weekend, but will still be well below freezing with a high of -6, getting down to -10 degrees. Sunday, Toronto will wake up to a 60% chance of flurries with a high of -4. Periods of snow are expected for Monday with a high of -3 degrees. That's all for your weather update. Now back to the newsroom.
Thanks, Katie. A Canadian naval officer convicted of spying for Russia is being sentenced today. Sub-Lieutenant Jeffrey Paul Delisle is attending a 2-day hearing in a Halifax provincial court. The Crown says the intelligence officer was paid nearly $72,000 to divulge secrets to Russia. In October, Delisle pleaded guilty to breach of trust and 2 charges of passing information to a foreign entity that could harm Canadian interests. Delisle is the first Canadian to ever be charged under the Security of Information Act. The breach of trust carries a maximum sentence of 5 years. The others carry life sentences.
A royal baby bill has hit the floor today in the House of Commons. The Conservative government has introduced legislation ending preference of male heirs to the British throne. The bill follows an agreement made last fall among 16 countries where Queen Elizabeth is head of state. Each country promised to legislate equal status for females. They also agreed to scrap a 300-year-old rule banning monarchs from marrying Roman Catholics. The legislation has become more urgent since Prince William and Kate Middleton announced they are expecting. The changes will mean the royal couple's child, whether a boy or a girl, would be in line for the throne after William.
A hostage standoff in Alabama is now in its 3rd day. A 5-year-old boy was taken hostage on Tuesday by a 65-year-old retired truck driver. The man approached a school bus in Midland City, Alabama, and shot and killed the bus driver before taking the young boy. The man and child are held up in a bunker on the man's property. FBI and local police are on site and say they have no reason to believe the child has been harmed. Neighbors say the man is volatile and they've had violent run-ins with him in the past, including a time where he shot at them.
Syria and Iran are threatening to retaliate after Israeli airstrike on the Syria-Lebanon border. The strike occurred yesterday. U.S. officials say Israeli forces targeted a convoy believed to be carrying anti-aircraft weapons to Hezbollah militants in Lebanon. The Syrian military denies the existence of any such shipment and says a scientific research facility outside Damascus was hit by Israeli warplanes. Russia says the strike blatantly violates the UN Charter and is unacceptable regardless of the reasoning behind it.
And now with your sports update, here's Samantha Martin.
Hi everyone. Both Humber's men's and women's basketball teams are back from London after taking on Fanshawe last night. Humber's men's team beat the Falcons 80-70 and improved their record to 10-5. The men are strong away from home with 7 of their 10 wins coming on the road. Though women weren't as successful, falling yesterday to Fanshawe 71-61. The loss drops the women's record to 9-5 on the season. Unlike the men's team, the women usually play better here at Humber with a 5-1 record at home. They are 4-4 on the road. The women's next game is against Sheridan on February 5th, and the men host Canadore on February 2nd. The Raptors have made a big trade. The team announced yesterday that it acquired forward Rudy Gay and center Hamid Haddadi from the Memphis Grizzlies in exchange for guard Jose Calderon, forward Ed Davis, a second-round draft pick in 2013, and cash consideration. The 6'8" Rudy Gay has averaged 17.9 points in 479 career starts. He has played all 7 of his NBA seasons in Memphis. There's some mixed emotions from Raps fans as Calderon was a fan favorite and one of the team's better players in recent years. The Leafs are at home tonight hosting the Capitals. The Buds are coming off a big win Tuesday night against Buffalo when forward Matt Fratton popped the winner in the dying seconds of overtime. Fratton's line mate Nazem Kadri says the friendship between the two adds to the success of their line.
I think that's the reason why we're so comfortable together on the ice, is because we can talk and you know, there's no boundaries between me and Fratty and even Leo. So I mean, that's what I think gives us the most success.
The Leafs sit in 9th place, 5 spots ahead of Washington. The Caps are coming off a loss to the Senators and are 2-1. Team captain Alex Ovechkin is struggling as he's only scored 1 goal and has 1 assist in 6 games. 3 other Canadian teams are in action tonight. The Jets travel to Florida to take on the Panthers. Winnipeg is 4-2 so far, while Florida is trying to bounce back from a dismal 1-5 start to the season. Out west, the Flames are hosting the Avalanche. These 2 teams are the bottom of the Western Conference. Both will be looking for a win in an effort to close the gap in the standings. And the Oilers are in San Jose tonight taking on the Sharks. With Chicago's shootout loss last night to Minnesota, the Sharks are now the only undefeated team in the league and are looking to make it 7 straight. That's all for sports. Now back to the studio.
The Cookie Monster has left a German cookie maker crumbling. Balson Cookies reported the theft of a giant golden cookie that topped their headquarters in Hanover nearly a month ago. The case baffled authorities, but a ransom note arrived this week claiming to be from the Cookie Monster. The letter came with a photo of the Cookie Monster hugging the golden cookie. Kidnappers are demanding Balson donate milk chocolate cookies to a local children's hospital. Refusal to comply would see the 100-year-old sculpture in the garbage with none other than Oscar the Grouch. In tweets, the real Cookie Monster denied any involvement with the crime, saying, "Me no steal the golden cookie, but me willing to help find real cookie thief." I wonder if Big Bird had any part in that.
I don't know. It seems he's flown the coop since the presidential election. That's all for Humber News today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Mullen.
And I'm Laura Booth. Humber News is written and produced by journalism students at the North Campus. You can also catch us on YouTube. We'll see you next time.